Hey guys, Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and it's time for They Paid What? Sales update time. Look at me, all on time. I wasn't late. Well, I was, but I'm still within that. I can click on last week and it brings up the right listings. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to talk about first the reason why I really love actually having a system like Easy Auction Tracker in place and really keeping track of my numbers every week. I really love doing sales update videos because it shows me what I sold, because I've been complaining lately that things were really slow and this month was really terrible, and my 30-day totals have gone down by $700 in the past like 10 days. In the first 15 days of the year, I had 6 days with no sales at all. And with 300 items in my store, I should be getting at least 1 or 2 sales a day, because the general consensus is you get 1 sale for every 100 items you have, if you have desirable things. So 6 days with 0 sales is just really not a common thing. Normally, if I went a day without sales, then I would have another day with, that just blew the sales out. Historically, if I went 2 days without sales, then I would have a day with 13 sales. You know what I mean? Like, it would catch itself up. That hasn't been happening this year, and I don't know if it's because previously I used to say that my quarter 4 and my quarter 1 were never different. Quarter 4, quarter 1, didn't matter what the quarter was, my sales were pretty consistent. This year is different, and I'm thinking it's because I changed my business model. Getting away from parts, which is something that is a year-round event, probably has affected the way that my business worked, and that quarter 1 will be different than quarter 4. I am really excited though, because I've gotten out of that awful funk that I was in. I have been listing. Prior to starting this video, I was taking photos and had actually started doing a listing, and then I looked at the time and remembered it was Saturday and was like, I really should do my sales video. But I'm really excited because as soon as I get through this stuff back here, then I can start focusing on what my business plan was for 2016, which was to set up a parts store, that I was getting back into the parts business, but I was going to have a separate store just for parts, just to kind of stay focused. I don't know if I'm going to continue that idea that I'm going to have a separate store, just because I feel like I've put so much effort into Pinching Pesos, and I have all of this feedback and I've got all of this history that, I don't know, it almost seems like I'm doing something wrong, but I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do to set up a parts store that's just for parts. And I think it's going to work good for Google search. I think it's going to work good for Google search. So we'll see. I might change my mind again. But I did also come up with the name of my shoe business. If you remember, I said that I was going to open up a comfort shoe store that was just for comfort shoes, or tennis shoes or things like that. And I came up with the name today. It's going to be called Dirty Souls. I know you think, oh, dirty, people are going to think dirty, but no, it really is something that you remember. It kind of stands out, and it's a play on the word soul and soul, S-O-L-E and S-O-U-L. I had originally had thought about doing like heart and soul, or the other one that I had came up with was save your soul. So I don't know. So those are the ones I'm kind of kicking around. I haven't finalized anything yet, but today I came up with Dirty Souls, which I think is kind of cute. And then I'm really getting tugged at the heart to get back into doing plush. I passed by my little Plush Paradise store that I used to go to all the time and buy my plush, and I miss it. I miss doing it, and Now that I'm a faster lister and I don't overanalyze things as much, I really think that I can make that a successful business again. And I did plush for 2 years. I have a lot of knowledge in it, and I don't want to just brush off all of that information that I learned going to the University of Plush for 2 years. Just the same way, like, I didn't want to give up parts. I educated myself on parts, and to just let that go away just seems like a total waste. So I will probably be getting back into plush as well in the coming months. So there's a lot going on. But let's go ahead and get started with sales. The reason why I was bringing up all of that to begin with 5 minutes ago was that I'm really happy that I have this system, because when I'm sitting here going, oh, everything's slow, but really when I look at the performance that I had for the first week of the year, Amazon, I had $673 in sales for last week. And on eBay, I was at almost $400. I was at $1,000 last week. And I'm sitting here like boo-hooing, thinking that I had some kind of super slow, crappy business time. But now that I'm sitting down here, I had $1,000 week. What? So that's why I really think sitting down and really looking at your numbers and looking at your business is something important to do. So that's why I'm really glad that I do these videos, because it's really the only time that I sit down and do analyze everything. So let's go ahead and get started with what sold this week. So the first sale of last week were these Muckluck boots. I had bought these at the same time that I bought those other boots that had gotten returned and then sold again. These I paid $7.99 for. They were kind of a Christmas theme. They had a elk or a moose, I'm not sure which one, and little cedar trees, and it was missing one of the accent buttons that were on the side. They didn't serve a purpose. They were just there for decoration. But I bought these for $7.99. I sold them for $18.99 free shipping, and I believe the reason why I did that was because I think I had went a day without, it was like 2 days that I had went in a row without a sale, and so I just took the offer. They were really light. They went and they fit in a flat rate padded mailer, and I was just ready to be done with them. I made a couple bucks on them. Let me see. Not a lot, that's for sure. Where is it? Yeah, I only made $3.09, but they were gone. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have bought them. I didn't notice that they were missing that button. I would have fought for more money and probably sold them for $30 if they weren't missing the button. I sold, let's get our stuff back up here. I sold a base for the Leapfrog system. A couple months ago, I had sold 100 letters all in a lot because I kept accumulating these things over the years. I would just keep buying them. If I saw them, I would buy them because they were a bolo. But then they really just kind of tanked in price. They're just not as valuable as they used to be. But the replacement pieces, they still sell. I still make money. This is the last of the bases I have. I've sold them all. And it went on sale for $3.47 plus $4.54 in shipping, so $8. Not bad for what I paid for it. I actually profited more than I did on the Mucklucks just on that little base, $3.55. So, next up was this Miami Dolphins cheerleader. She was missing one of her pom-poms, and she wasn't in the most fabulous condition. The box was just really mangled and destroyed, so I didn't even take pictures of the box. I didn't even mention, I was just like, the box is in really poor shape. So I didn't even want them to even think that the box was even part of the deal. It was almost like it was a bonus. But yeah, she was missing a pom-pom. She had some marks on the back of her shoes. But she did sell. I paid $4.99 for her, and she went on sale for $20.97 plus shipping, and it was really cheap shipping. I think it went to Oklahoma. Next up was this sealed 8-track. I had to buy this because obviously it was Patsy Cline and it was brand new. When I was on eBay Radio, you know how they always go to the people's stores and check out their stores? Well, they brought up this 8-track. It almost made me feel embarrassed when I was on the show because they only brought up things that were just kind of like almost like they were making fun of me, because I remember I had all those tights listed, and it was like they're like, "Oh, well, it looks like you like to sell a lot of like pantyhose," and I'm like, well, no, not really. That's not the business that I do. And then they brought up this 8-track, like they were making fun of it, and but it actually sold for $9.95 free shipping. Went off first class, so I made a couple bucks on it, $5.25. Not bad. I mean, super easy transaction, and it's gone. Next up was this insulated lunch boxes. I had actually gotten these from the Pallet rejects that I had bought for a little under $200, and I have already tripled my money on those, so it was a very good investment, and I actually have some more stuff coming that I just bought last week, so I'm excited about that. These sold for $24.95 free shipping, and profit on those was very good at $9, and it was an easy sell. They sold within a week. Next was this Carrolltown collection item that it was for Christmas, but it obviously sold after Christmas, and I believe it was on sale. Let's see. No, they paid full price, $39.95 free shipping. Remember, I had just gone through my store about 2 weeks ago, and I put free shipping on everything. Everything in the store has free shipping right now. This particular item I think had free shipping to begin with, but I profited $15.57 on that baby, so not bad. These Crocs, I kept getting offers on these, which I didn't really want to take the offers because these are kind of a hard to find style of Crocs. But the person just kept offering, and I was like, fine. I went ahead and took their offer. So they paid $18 plus shipping for them. So it really still wasn't bad. $24.10 is not a bad price for those. And I ended up making $7.59. And they went in a flat rate mailer off to Puerto Rico. This was also part of the Pallet rejects. This went for $9.95 plus shipping, and this actually went to Australia. So the guy ended up paying, I believe, $24 in shipping on that baby. Let's see. Yeah, so it was $9.95, but it ended up costing him $35 for it. So I don't think I actually profited any on the shipping because I had undervalued the shipping. I put it at 2 pounds and it actually shipped at like 2.4. I made a little bit of money, $3 on the shipping, so profited $8.99 on that. These came in like these actually came in some little pet shops that I bought, and these were stuck in there. So these sold for $9.95 free shipping, so it's kind of like a bonus. These are Barbie little glitter dogs and a dolphin. I sold both of these within an hour of each other. They were only listed for 1 day. They're little projection lights, and they were like a private label item that came out of those Pallet rejects. And it's supposed to project the light on the ceiling, and then it has like chimes and stuff like that it does. But they sold for $9.95. Free shipping. I made $4 on each one of those, and it was like a super simple sale. And this was also part of the Pallet rejects. This was a Casio Verizon phone. It's supposed to be like super rugged and waterproof and like dustproof, and so it's like a great for somebody that's really tough on their phones, maybe like a construction guy. This one on best offer. No, it didn't. It didn't go on best offer. I don't know why they're saying best offer. $89.95 is what it sold for. Free shipping. It went in a flat rate padded mailer, and so I got this off of the, like I said, off of the Pallets. I think I put it at a value that I paid $15 for it. The way I kind of broke down things, if it was a higher value item, I obviously put a higher value on it. I didn't like sit there and go, okay, I paid $190 and then I'm going to split it into, you know, 60 items or however many it was. I actually assigned a value to things, like what I thought its price was in that $190. Because I'm not going to put, you know, a $5 value on everything when it wasn't a $5 item. Like those clocks, those were not $5 items. I assigned $1 to those as their price. And the phone I assigned is $15. Because people have been asking me about that. People have been buying the Easy Auction Tracker. I wish I could take credit for this thing and say, like, it was mine, I made it. But no, I just love it so much, and I really know how it's helped my business and knowing my numbers. And the people that have bought it off of my recommendation, I haven't heard anything negative about it. Everybody just keeps talking about how much they love it. But I have had questions about, well, what do I do if I buy things at the pound store? You know, or what do I do if I buy things at an auction in bulk? Or what if I paid, you know, $5, but I got a whole box of things? What am I supposed to do then? And I basically assign things a value. So if I bought like this palette, I assign it a value. Or if I bought a bag of plush and there was 10 of them in there and I paid $3 for it, I'll be like, well, that was a quarter. You know, I paid a quarter for that. Or, you know, so you can just assign a value. It doesn't have to be an exact science. I mean, just use your common sense and you know, put it appropriately. Or if you want to, you know, you can equally break it down and say that was $20 and I paid $40 for it, so each one of those things was $2. It's really up to you. Okay, next up were, I had these listed for a long time individually, and then I decided, I've had them listed for like a year. So I decided to go ahead and just lot them together and sell them as an entire set. So I did that. I took the picture, this little picture, and I zoomed in on it and I put it on the side so that they could see the nails. I really thought it made it a more attractive gallery photo, and I sold them for $24.95. Yeah, $24.95 free shipping. I'm sorry, I got a little caught off track. I was like, why does it say 5-day delivery? But no. And those, I believe I paid $1.50 a piece for. Let me see. No, $2. I think they were $1.50, but I couldn't remember exactly, so I would rather overestimate than underestimate. So I put $2 on each one, so that came out at $8. So it gave me a profit of, I'm looking at the wrong thing, $10.05. So, and they're gone, all gone in one shipment. And last but not least, I sold Marvin Martian. He went for $7.95 free shipping. I had paid $2.99 for the entire Looney Tunes Monopoly set. I've sold 2 of the pieces so far, so hey, there's money right there. And it was really easy to do. Sell similar, change the picture, change the name, done. So those were my sales for the week. So my total profit came out, well, this is for the whole month. The total profit came out at, we're going to go from Marvin down to the Mucklucks. Profit for the week was $182.55. And then for Amazon, sales were $673.84 with a total profit of $264.45. So not a bad week at all. Profits came out at, looks like we hit, I'm sorry, my brain is broken. It's already midnight. $446 for the week. That's great. That's the same as a full-time job if I was working, you know, making $12 an hour. So, yay. Why am I on Facebook? What am I doing? Okay. So that's it. That was kind of rounds out the week. I have pretty much made back all of the money that I spent on the collars. I have 64 left in stock. I sent in about 100. They did lose some of them, so they reimbursed me like 40 some odd dollars. They messed up when they were receiving them. Whoever received them just grabbed all the blue ones and scanned them instead of thinking that, oh, well, these might be different. They did them in bulk, so they combined my medium and larges together on 2 of my colors, on my blue and on my red of the padded collars. I've asked them 3 times to open up an investigation and redo those, because I'm concerned that somebody's going to order a large and get a medium, you know. I have not gotten a response back, so I'm gonna have to actually give them a phone call on Monday, because 3 requests that I've put in via email have not been responded to. So anyway, that is the gist of my week. I hope everybody had some really great sales. I know I've heard some really dismal numbers. I heard that our buddy Mothership Products has had 1 sale for 2016. And I've heard some other people complaining, but just keep trucking through. You know how it is. Tax time is coming up. People get lots of extra spending money and they have no problem spending it. So keep your head up, keep listing. It's going to be okay, guys. I promise. So, coming up this week, on Tuesday, the January the 19th, on the Stew, the Reseller Stew, which is my show, if you don't know, we do every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We have a really amazing panel of ladies. We are going to be talking about selling on different platforms. Tanya specifically wanted to talk about selling on Instagram. And then I just recently set up my Bonanza store again, and I have a web store as well, so you can go take a look at that at pinchingpesos.com. It used to lead to my eBay store. Now it leads to my Bonanza web store, which is totally different than the booth. And one of the cool things about it is it will pull your Amazon FBA inventory and have it listed there. Previously, and most of the things that'll sync with Amazon only pull your merchant fulfilled stuff. This is putting my FBA stuff on there too. So I have all of my eBay stuff and my FBA stuff. So I'm kind of stoked about that. So we'll be talking about selling on different platforms on Tuesday. So make sure to join up on the Reseller Stew Facebook page so you can get notifications about the shows. And I post hangouts there pretty much every day because, let's face it, it gets lonely working at home alone. You gotta have some, you know, some office buddies to hang out with you and chit chat. So everybody have a great week. Love you guys.